Hyperia has gone vertical. This is the day we've been waiting so long for. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone and welcome back to no longer a Project Exodus construction update, but instead a Hyperia construction update. It's so weird to say that. And before I get a load of comments saying, Jack, the intro still says Project Exodus, I know, I haven't quite had time to turn out a new intro yet. In fact, I'm still deciding if I want to change it right away, just because it's been Project Exodus for so long, and I'm going to carry on calling it Project Exodus by accident for a while. I know that for a fact. But yeah, we do now in fact know that the name for Project Exodus is going to be Hyperia. That was announced after the Fright Nights press event the other day. I filmed a video of that name getting revealed. That video is on the channel now, so if you haven't watched it already, feel free to go and check that one out. But yeah, welcome back to technically the first Hyperia update. There will be a new intro coming soon, but today I have arguably the most exciting video in this entire series so far. This is episode number 40, and today, guys, is the day that Hyperia is going vertical. If you watched the last update that I filmed when I was on the construction site, you'll know that I was saying it's getting super close. Obviously the supports got delivered to the park, and I said that I'd literally pack a bag and leave it in my room ready for when I get a text or email or anything saying that the ride was going to be vertical. And yeah, I've got that message. So I'm heading straight to the park right now. Got my bag right here, ready to go. Got my hard hat. And I'm basically going to head straight to the construction site. I'm hearing within the next few hours, this ride will be going vertical. And yeah, I've been saying for so long that I want to be there. I want to catch that very first support going up. It's a moment in Thorpe Park history. This is a ride we've been waiting over a decade for at this point. Obviously, the last roller coaster to be built at the park was the Swarm back in 2012. And yeah, today is hopefully going to be a moment in history. If it doesn't happen today, I'll be back tomorrow. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, I'll be back the day after. But everything is pointing to the fact that Hyperia, still feels so weird saying that, is going vertical today. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, I'm going to head straight to the park and hopefully capture this insane moment. Let's get going. Oh, it's so cool seeing that big Hyperia banner on the bridge as you come into the park now. But yeah, the park is actually closed now for the next 3 days, which means if Hyperia does start going vertical today, then we could see quite a bit of construction over the next 3 days. But that is, of course, if it actually goes vertical today. Fingers crossed. As I was walking in, I saw a crane in the area. No sign of movement on that crane, but there is definitely a crane down the end of a site where I believe construction will be starting today. As I've said many times now, I believe they're starting construction like down the far end of a site and then working their way backwards. But yeah, it's so weird to think how far we've come over these past few years and these past 40 construction updates for this ride. In fact, there we go, yeah, you can see the crane down the other end of the site from up here. Just behind this little support for Colossus. It's quite hard to get an angle on that, just through there. This is very much a day that I know myself and so many of you that have been watching all of these updates have been waiting so long for. And yeah, this is just the exciting part. Like, as I said, over the next few months, this thing is going to go up so quickly. So be sure to subscribe to the channel for regular videos. As any kind of exciting things go up in this area, you guys know I'll be straight here filming updates for you. I've literally been waiting for a message about this one, the very first support to go up. And yeah, I think I might be here in time to catch it happen, which I'm so happy about. This has been many years in the making. I remember standing in this area, watching them draw like little markings on the floor. At that point, I wasn't working with the park as much as I am nowadays, and yeah, I'd always just come here and like, try and look out for any signs of a potential new ride or a new coaster. And then obviously all of the plans got kind of released for this ride. And here we are today, stood outside of the construction site. I believe Mack Rides themselves are here today. They've been spotted on site, so that should be really cool. But yeah, we do have a crane down there. Oh, so exciting. I'm gonna make my way into the construction site, gonna put my high vis on and a hard hat. And yeah, I think I'll be waiting for a little bit, maybe a few hours. But as and when anything happens, I'll let you guys know. Today's the day, hopefully. So here I am now up on the site balcony. Timing wise, I think I'm all good. I haven't missed anything because, as you can see down the lower end of the site, the crane is currently pretty idle. It's not currently moving or anything. There are loads and loads of supports here. As you can see, we've got some white ones that have been delivered here since my last update on site. But yeah, currently there are no supports that have gone up, which is good news for me. But yeah, over here in this corner of the site, however, you can see quite a lot of work is still going on at the station. They're currently coring some concrete over there. But yeah, I think for the next few hours, this is going to be my little workstation. I'm going to get my laptop out and stuff and basically just keep an eye constantly on this crane and wait for any news about when these supports are going to start going up. As I've said many times in these updates, the lower half of Project Exodus is the golden parts and the top half is the white. So the ride obviously blends in with the sky, kind of like Stealth. So yeah, I believe one of these golden supports at some point today should be being picked up and put into place. So exciting. But yeah, at this point it is just a waiting game. But yeah, it's nice and early, the weather's nice. There are worse places to be. So yeah, I'm gonna get my laptop out, do some work. At some point I'll head down, depending on timing wise, I might head down and do a little lap and show you guys any recent updates that have happened. But otherwise, I'm just waiting for some movement with this crane over here. So unfortunately nothing major has happened quite yet. I've been here for about an hour and a half just working away on my laptop. There's definitely worse views to work from, isn't there? I've made my own little office up here just working on my event, SLKSCN Unlocked. Tickets coming out on the 11th of October, so be sure to grab one of those tickets. I'm just seeing a little bit of movement down the lower end of the site. As you saw in that clip previously, the blue cherry picker just behind the crane had a bit of movement, and there's currently quite a lot of people in orange high vises walking about, and they've just put out that red and white safety tape. So I think my plan might be, in fact, a support is in the air. A support is in the air, right, that's it. I'm going down there right now. I'm not sure if they're just moving this support or this could be the very first support to go up. I'm gonna head down to the lower end of the site. It's all happening. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Hyperia has gone vertical. This is the day we've been waiting so long for. And yeah, just behind me, the very first support has gone in. As I said, it's a very small one, so some of you might be thinking it's a tiny bit anticlimactic, but believe me, this support right here has been years in the making. And it's finally in. Everything has just become so much more real. Hyperia is happening. Hyperia is going up right now. I had a bit of a moment, and I've had a few of these moments on this construction site. One of which was when Loggers Leap was coming down. I just kind of stood there and I thought, I'm so lucky to be in this position. And I just had another one of these moments. I was stood here filming this support going in, and I just looked around and thought, that is the first support of the UK's tallest roller coaster. Minutes before that got put in, I was touching it and talking to the project manager about how we've been waiting so long for this to happen. And it's in, and I'm so lucky to be here, and I'm so honoured to be able to capture this and share it with you guys. Honestly, the biggest thank you to Thorpe Park and all of the management and the construction companies that are working on this site that have allowed me all of the access I've had. I'm honestly having the time of my life capturing and documenting this project for you all. And yeah, this is certainly a milestone that will go down in Thorpe Park history, and I'm so honoured to have been here to capture it. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The first support for Hyperia is in. Project Exodus is vertical. So it was about 30 or 45 minutes ago that they put in that very first Hyperia support. And I can't believe just how quickly they are making progress with these other supports. I don't know if you can see it in this shot, but there's already in a line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 supports, and then there's another one just behind it. Let me take this camera off the fence so I can show you properly. So yeah, as you can see, we've got a beautiful line of supports that have got up ridiculously quick. This one down here was the very first one that went in, and then they gradually have just kind of gone up. And then there's this one just over here that's a bit out of the way. And then yeah, just now they've actually constructed our first kind of non-singular supports. As you can see, this is actually made up of 2 supports, and I watched them kind of put it all together. It was really cool actually. But yeah, speaking to the team, and just by looking at it, to be honest, you can actually tell which part of the ride this is. So essentially, once you've done your big drop from 236 feet in the air, you then kind of go down and you do a massive, massive inversion. It's like over 50 meters, like similar to the size of Stealth is the height that you're going to be upside down. And then when you come out of that inversion, this is the part of the ride that you'll be going into. So yeah, you're going to come out of that inversion and you're going to come down and hit these supports here. And then yeah, this is basically going to take you right up to that insane kind of twist element right down this end of the site. So yeah, this is quite a big part of the ride. Like, you've just done the massive drop and the first massive element in that inversion. And then yeah, you'll be heading down here. Absolutely insane. Now, of course, it is quite a speedy one because all of these supports are really low to the ground, whereas later on in the project, obviously once they get to the white supports and stuff, they'll have to get like cherry pickers and stuff to secure all of these supports. So yeah, it does make sense that these supports are pretty quick, but I can't believe the speed that these have all gone in, and especially the fact they have to like construct like this support, which is made up of 2 singular supports. So yeah, don't get me wrong, it won't be this quick of a kind of process throughout the entire thing, but I genuinely can't believe just how quick this has all happened. If I'd have missed this and I'd have come to the site, say tomorrow, and seen all of this, I'd have been absolutely gutted. So I'm so happy I managed to capture everything that's happened so far. And yeah, as I said, videos are going to be so regular going forwards, just looking at the speed of how they're working. It's so exciting. Yeah, props to these guys, they're absolute professionals. It's so cool to just stand here and watch as a complete novice in like the construction world. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, Project Exodus, well, Hyperia I should say, is very much vertical at this point. So I've made my way back up to the site office now, and wow, just look at this view. And do you know what the crazy thing is? It's only going to get more exciting because we're literally at the start. This is day one of vertical construction. Over all of the future updates, we're going to see more parts of this ride going up, and wow, what an incredible view it is from up here. Obviously it's so cool being kind of up close and personal to it all and actually seeing it super close up, but just seeing it from a distance really puts into perspective how crazy it's going to be once we get all of the supports in this area, once the lift hill of course goes up. You got to think the tallest point of this ride is a lot taller than the tallest point of this crane. That crane's what, a tiny bit over 100 foot I'd say, so we're talking like twice the size of that is how tall this ride is going to be eventually. Absolutely crazy. And yeah, I know I've said it a lot in this video, but I genuinely am so honoured to be able to capture these things for you guys and share them with you all. So yeah, be sure to subscribe to be notified when future updates are uploaded to the channel. Things are only going to get more exciting as more and more supports go up. And yeah, I haven't got any holiday books, so don't worry, I shouldn't miss any more big parts of this project. Obviously I missed a big part of Loggers Leap coming down and I was terrified I was going to miss these supports going up, but I managed to get them for you guys. And yeah, I plan on documenting the entirety of the remainder of this project. We've still got a long way to go, so be sure to subscribe and lock in. And otherwise, thank you all so much for watching today's video. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed. My name's Jack Silkstone. Goodbye.